Hey, so this is a toothpaste comparison. It will be between the Colgate Optic White Renewal versus the Colgate Optic White Pro Series toothpaste. We'll first kind of just go through all of the technical specifications and then we will discuss which one is the better whitening toothpaste. So first of all, whitening agent wise, they both use the same one. They both use peroxide, hydrogen peroxide. The Renewal has 3% peroxide, while the Pro Series has 5% peroxide. In terms of cost, the Pro Series does cost a little bit more, by like a dollar or two extra. Size wise, they're both the same size at 3 ounces each and 85 grams. In terms of toothpaste design, they are nearly identical. They're both bright red with some white lettering all over. I mean, it's a little hard to tell sometimes. I mean, you may like mistake one for another if you don't actually read the labels properly. I mean, they both have a red flip cap design. All right, there you go. And then the fluoride, both of them use the same fluoride, which is the sodium monofluorophosphate, 0.76%, sodium monofluorophosphate, 0.76%. And then ingredient wise, they do list the ingredients here. Maybe you can pause the video if you want to make sure. But the ingredients are nearly identical. Okay, so like they both contain like almost the same ingredients except for one exception. There is a difference in the ingredients. The Renewal has propylene glycol, which the Pro Series does not have, but the Pro Series has the Poloxamer 105, which the Renewal does not have. And that is the only difference between them ingredient wise. In terms of toothpaste texture, the Pro Series is a bit more gritty and abrasive than the Renewal. And then in terms of teeth sensitivity, I would say the Pro Series gives like a slight little extra tingle for the teeth and gums when you're brushing with it, and then the Renewal is a little bit less, but you may not be able to tell the difference when you're kind of brushing with them. Okay, so those are the similarities and differences in terms of technical specifications. And then now, which one is the better whitening toothpaste? Of course, the Colgate Optic White Pro Series would be the better teeth whitening toothpaste, purely because of the fact that it has a higher peroxide concentration. Okay, it has nearly, it's almost 50% greater in concentration. So as you know, usually when the concentration goes up, it can bleach your teeth faster, a lot faster, and you'll see results a lot faster too. All right, so one of the main differences between over-the-counter products and professional products is that the professional ones your dentists use are at a significantly higher hydrogen peroxide concentration. So for the in-office, sometimes it can go up to 30 to 40% peroxide. Okay, so basically, the higher the peroxide concentration, the more effective whitening it will be. Okay, and as a matter of fact, the Colgate Optic White Pro Series is actually the most potent whitening toothpaste on the market. You can look around, but you won't find another toothpaste with a higher peroxide concentration. So this one is actually the undisputed king of all whitening toothpastes. Okay. However, there are like some precautions that you should kind of know of when you use the Colgate Optic White Pro Series. The first one is that sometimes I notice, not all the time, but sometimes when I'm brushing with this, my gums do turn white. There will be like one or two patches of my gum where it will just be white after I'm finished brushing with it. So, I mean, literally, this toothpaste is potent enough to bleach your gums white. I mean, the white gums aren't a cause for concern, at least in my opinion, because it doesn't actually hurt and it will go away after about an hour or so. Okay, so you don't need to do anything for it. You don't have to put like aloe on it, or or try to moisturize it or rinse with anything. It will go away on its own after about like an hour. Okay, so the fact that it can actually make your gums turn white, it actually brings up two important points. The first one is that this toothpaste actually works, right? If it's bleaching your gums white, it is bleaching your teeth white. A lot of times you're using teeth whitening toothpaste and you don't know if it works or not, right? So the fact that you can see white gums tells you that it does work. Okay, but on the flip side is that that kind of makes me a little bit concerned in that this may not be suitable as like a everyday whitening toothpaste, right? What I mean by that is that using it twice a day for 365 days a year for like the rest of your life, right? Because it's potent enough to kind of turn your gums white like that, it makes me feel or at least think that this is more of like an occasion type of toothpaste. Like you would use it for like 2-3 weeks at a time and then maybe take a break and then come back to it a couple weeks later in case you need like a touch up. So that's what I kind of feel like this toothpaste is kind of more of, or what it's meant to be used for. Okay, but yeah, so that is basically the two differences between the Optic White Renewal and the Optic White Pro Series toothpaste. Hopefully that will give you a better idea of which one you know that you should buy. I mean, of course, if everyone's tolerance of sensitivity is a little different. If you feel like the Pro Series is too much for you, you can always go with the Renewal, because it has a slightly lower concentration of peroxide, and maybe this one will work for you as an everyday toothpaste.